At the beginning of the story, we are shown a bar where people are enjoying their drinks. In this bar, a man named Sergio arrives. At the moment, Sergio opens the bar door and enters inside. At that exact moment, a man walks out of the bar. As soon as that man steps outside, someone shoots him in the head and he dies. Seeing this, panic breaks out among the people. Everyone nearby runs away from there. No one knows who fired the shot or from where. Within moments, the streets become completely silent. Everyone inside the bar stands near the door, looking at the dead body, but out of fear, no one dares to go near the dead man. They don't know what they should do now. At that moment, one man tries to call the police, but his phone has no network. And when the others check their phones for network, they also find that there is no signal, as if someone has installed a jammer. Seeing this, they become even more frightened. Just then, the bar's cleaner decides that he will go to the dead man, but as soon as he approaches the body, someone shoots him too. Seeing this, everyone inside the bar is terrified and they all lie down on the floor out of fear so that the sniper can't shoot them. Everyone realizes that trying to leave the bar means inviting their own death. They turn on the TV to try to find out what's actually happening here. But there is no news about this incident being shown on TV. They become worried that in a big city like Madrid, 2 people were shot on the street, yet nothing about it is being shown on TV. As soon as they look outside, they see that both bodies have disappeared, and even the blood has been cleaned up from there. No one can understand what is happening here. At that moment, Sitter says that he thinks someone has kidnapped all of them and wants to make sure that none of them can leave this place. Then Sir Joe says that maybe one of them is a terrorist who has a bomb, and the government wants to catch and kill him so that he can't get out and cause a blast in a public place. Hearing this, a man named Nacho quietly hides a black-colored bag with his foot. While doing this, Sergio notices him. Now Sergio becomes convinced that Nacho is a terrorist and there must be a bomb in his bag. He tells everyone to catch Nacho. After catching Nacho, when they snatch his bag, Nacho says, "Don't open the bag, there's nothing in it." But they don't listen to him, and when the bag is opened, they find some clothes and a hard disk inside. Alina asks Nacho what is on this hard disk. Nacho says that there's nothing in it that could harm anyone. He says, "I work at an ad company, and the files on this hard disk are work-related." But Lina doesn't believe anything he says and breaks his hard disk. It turns out there is nothing inside the hard disk. Nacho gets angry and says, "Why are you all suspecting me? There's another briefcase lying right there. Maybe there's a bomb in it." He asks everyone, "Whose briefcase is this?" Then Sergio says, "This briefcase is mine, and if anyone tries to touch it, I'll kill them." But then a man named Anda pulls out his gun and points it at Sergio. With a gun pointed at him, Sergio couldn't do anything, so the bar owner, Amparo, picks up the briefcase. But Amparo is afraid to open the briefcase. Just then, a beggar named Israel opens the briefcase and takes out all the women's items from inside. Sergio says that he has to sell all this, and he feels ashamed to tell people about his work. Before anyone can understand what's happening, they suddenly hear a strange noise coming from the bathroom. When they try to open the bathroom door, they find that it's locked from the inside. Somehow, they manage to open the door and enter the bathroom, where they see a fat man lying unconscious. Actually, at the beginning of the story, this man had come into the washroom coughing, and since then he has been lying there unconscious. There is also a syringe lying next to this man. They assume he is a drug addict and leave him there, when suddenly they hear the sound of vehicles outside. As soon as they go near the outer gate, they see that many army officers have arrived outside, all wearing masks on their faces. Seeing the army soldiers, they become very happy and start calling out for help. The soldiers pile up a lot of tires there, set them on fire, and then leave. Although everyone thought they had come to help, the soldiers do not help them and simply leave. A little while later, the news on TV reports that a large part of the city is on fire, so that area has been sealed off, and now no one is allowed to go there. The people trapped in the bar can't understand why the government is lying. The fire was started by the government itself. They even saw us, yet they're not rescuing us. Just then, the man who was unconscious in the bathroom suddenly appears in front of everyone. His entire body is horribly swollen, and his eyes are glowing like white lights. The man says, "Don't come near me and don't even try to touch me." Saying this, the man collapses and dies, and his phone slips from his hand and falls to the ground. At that moment, Israel smiles, places coins on the dead man's eyes, and says, "We're all going to die." Meanwhile, the others pick up the dead man's mobile phone and see that he was actually an army officer. There are some photos on this army officer's phone in which people are wearing virus protection suits. Seeing this, Nacho realizes that the man who died was infected and lost his life because of the infection. It's possible that more people here are now infected, and that's why the government isn't letting them leave, so that the infection doesn't spread to the outside world because of them. That's why the government has sealed off this place, and they won't let us leave here at any cost. They're still watching us, and if anyone tries to leave, they'll shoot them down. So we'll have to call for help from inside. Then Nacho tries to get a signal using this man's mobile phone, and when he stands on a table and raises the phone up, he finally gets network. He tells everyone that the phone now has network. Nacho calls one of his friends. Nacho's friend tells him to quickly call any media person and tell them everything. But just then, Setter also climbs onto the table to talk on the phone, and Nacho snatches the phone and starts shouting for help. But at that moment, because of too much weight on the table, it breaks and their connection is lost. Then Andre asks Nacho for the phone again to get the signal back, but the bar owner Amparo stops him and says not to touch that phone because it belonged to the infected man who died from the infection. This phone is also infected, and if you touch this mobile, you will get infected too. Sergio and Andre find the bar owner's words completely reasonable. Now this means that Nacho and anyone else who touched this mobile or that man are all infected, and there are 5 people among them who did so. Now these 3 stand on one side, and the 5 people who touched the mobile and the dead body stand on the other side. Then Elena says that we shouldn't act crazy. We've been together for hours. If we were going to get infected, we would have been infected by now. But Andre pulls out his gun and tells Elena to stay away from him, or he'll shoot her. After this, the bar owner, Sergio, and Andre threaten everyone with their closed guns and say that all of you should go down to the bunker and leave the 3 of us here, so that none of us get infected because of you, and also take this infected dead body down to the bunker with you. All 5 of them refuse to do this. But just then, Andre fires a shot, after which these people are forced to comply, and all 5 of them take the dead body down to the bunker, and the bunker door is locked from above behind them. Now, only 3 people are left upstairs. The 5 people in the bunker below are extremely distressed. Suddenly, a woman named Treni becomes very ill. She climbs the stairs and shouts at the 3 people outside, begging them to open the door, but no one listens to her. While standing on the stairs and banging on the door, Treni loses her balance and falls down. As she falls, her foot hits a crate of bottles nearby, causing the bottles to fall and shatter on the ground. The water inside the bottles starts flowing to one side, which makes the 5 of them realize that there must be a way out down there. When they remove the bundles lying there, they see a drainage below. This means they can get out of there through the waterway. Now they wonder who will go out from here when Israel removes the grate from the drainage and decides to go out through the drain. But the path through this drain was very narrow, so Israel applies oil all over his body and tries to go down through the drain. But the hole in the drain was very small, so he couldn't go down and Israel gets stuck in the hole. Suddenly they hear the sound of gunfire and the screams of the 3 people above. Hearing the noises, they become extremely frightened. Then they see smoke coming from the bar above and realize that the 3 people upstairs have been killed and the entire bar has been set on fire. Then Treni goes upstairs to check on the situation and tries to open the bunker door, but the door is extremely hot. As soon as Treni touches it, her hands get burned and she screams. After that, they bandage Treni's hands, which gives her some relief. Meanwhile, on the other side, Israel is still badly stuck in the drainage. Now all of them work together to get Israel out of the train. After this, they sit quietly below, waiting until things calm down upstairs. A few hours later, the fire is completely extinguished, and they decide to go up to the bar. After coming up to the bar, they see that the bar has been completely burned to ashes. Just then, they notice that some people outside are vandalizing the place badly. Here, Elena says that she is going to ask for help, but Na stops her, saying that if those people see you, they will kill you. So it's in our best interest to hide out here for a few days, and when everything calms down, we'll quietly leave one by one. Everyone agrees that Nacho's suggestion makes sense. These people quietly and silently observe everything, because if anyone finds out that there are still 5 people alive inside, then all of them will be killed too. Even then, a mobile phone starts ringing here. But the good thing was that the people outside who were sealing off the place had already left, and the phone that was receiving messages belonged to the infected man, who was an army officer. Elena picks up his phone and starts reading his WhatsApp chats. In one of the chats, A man asks the army officer if taking the vaccine has made him feel better. The officer replied, "No, I'm feeling very unwell and I'm hiding in the restroom of a bar. Don't try to come to me." Now Lena reads his old chats in which the dead man had written that he still had 4 more injections left. They realize that the injections he has are actually the vaccine for this virus. After reading this, everyone becomes happy, thinking that this vaccine might work, but still, a doubt lingers in their minds. If that man had taken the vaccine, then how did he die? Then they start reading that man's old chats and find out that he had been sick for several days, which is why the vaccine injection didn't work on him and he died. After this, suddenly a call comes on that phone, but before Nacho can answer it, the phone's battery dies. Now, they try in every possible way to charge the phone. Nacho finds a gun there, which he quietly picks up. Meanwhile, Elena says that the man wrote in the chats that he still had 4 left, so why don't we look for those 4 vaccines? After that, they go back down to the bunker and start searching the dead body. But they don't find any vaccine there. Then they remember that this man went to the washroom first. When they reach the washroom, they find Israel already sitting there, holding the vaccine in his hand. Nacho and the others try to persuade Israel and ask him to give them the vaccine. But Israel says, "There are 5 of you and only 4 vaccines. If I give you the vaccine, you won't give me my share because I'm just a beggar to you, and my life doesn't matter to any of you." So Israel is the first to take out the injection and starts injecting himself. At that moment, Nacho points his gun at him, but Israel still manages to inject the vaccine into his body. After that, a scuffle breaks out between Nacho and Israel. Israel overpowers Nacho and snatches his gun away. During the scuffle, the vaccine slips from Israel's hand and falls down into the bunker. Teeny quickly goes into the bunker and picks up the vaccine. She is very happy to have the vaccine in her hands, but because her hand is bandaged, she can't hold the vaccine properly, and just then, the vaccine slips from her hand and falls into the drain below. Now they all get worried again and think that one of them will have to go down. Among all of them, Lena is the thinnest, so they ask her if she can go inside and bring back the vaccine. At first, Lena refuses, but then she agrees. After that, oil is applied to Lena's body and they start forcefully pushing her through that small hole. After a lot of effort, she finally falls down into the drain. After searching in the drain water for quite some time, Lena finally finds the vaccine and comes out of the water. Just then, Nacho throws a wire down towards Lena and tells her to tie the vaccine to the wire so he can pull the vaccines up. But Lena flatly refuses because she knows there are 3 people up there and only 3 vaccines left. She says that if I give you people the vaccine, you'll use it and leave me here without one. Elena tells everyone that if you want the vaccine, you'll have to come down. I won't use this vaccine right now, I'll keep it safe with me. When you all come down, then we'll sit and make a decision. Now the people above didn't have any other option, so they start breaking the hole to make the passage bigger. While they are busy breaking the hole, Elena starts looking for a way out. After walking a little further, she sees a light at one spot. First, she hides the injection in a pit there. After that, she goes up the stairs to take a look. She sees that there is a large police force outside covering the entire area, and they are burning the bodies of their 3 companions who died in the bar. Then we see that the remaining 4 people who were in the bunker above have widened the hole and somehow managed to come down as well. As soon as they come down, a fight breaks out once again between Israel and Nacho. This time, Nacho wanted to snatch Israel's gun, and he manages to take the gun from him. Just then, the sound of a gunshot comes from underwater and Nacho surfaces. When they see that Nacho has come up, since Israel still hasn't come out, they realize that Israel is dead, and they start telling each other that Nacho has killed Israel. But Nacho says that he didn't kill Israel, rather Israel swam away somewhere. But they don't believe Nacho because they realize that Nacho is hiding his crime from them. They tell Nacho to throw away the gun, but Nacho refuses. Now, at first, Nacho very gently asks Lena where the vaccine is, but when Lena doesn't tell him, Nacho takes her at gunpoint and tells Elena to hand over the vaccine. Here, Nacho says that we have 3 vaccines, and if I kill Cito, we can easily share the vaccines among ourselves, but Lena refuses to do this. She says, "Don't kill Cito, I'm ready to give you the vaccine." After this, Lena takes them outside to where she had hidden the vaccine. Slowly, they keep moving forward. Nacho and Elena walk ahead while Cito and Trini follow behind them. Suddenly, Cito falls into the water, and Trini, risking her own life, somehow manages to save Cito. Here, Trini tells everyone that out of the 4 of us, one of us is going to die anyway. She says to Nacho, "I'm the oldest among you all and I've already lived my life. So you should shoot me, Nacho, so that the rest of you can easily share the vaccine and save yourselves." After thinking for a long time, Nacho points the gun at Trini but can't bring himself to shoot. Then, Trini takes the gun from Nacho, walks a little distance away, and shoots herself. Now, only 3 people were left, and there were exactly 3 injections, so all 3 of them took the injections. Meanwhile, they start hearing noises coming from the place where Trini had killed herself. When they go to that spot, they see that someone has placed coins on Trini's eyes, and seeing this, they realize that this could only be Israel's doing. Because that's what Israel does, and just then, Israel attacks Sitor from behind and kills him. Israel was extremely angry and started going after Nacho and Elena's lives. At that moment, Nacho and Elena spot a staircase in front of them. Both of them quickly run towards the stairs and start climbing up to escape from Israel. But just then, the injection that Elena is carrying slips from her hand and falls down. Now, since Israel was also climbing the stairs behind them to kill them, Elena couldn't go back to pick up the injection, because if she went down, Israel would kill her. At that moment, Israel grabs Nacho by the leg. Realizing that he won't be able to get out, Nacho hands his vaccine to Elena and tells her to take care of herself. Then Israel pulls Nacho down forcefully by the leg, causing both of them to fall down, and they both die. Then Elena injects herself with the vaccine given to her by Nacho, opens the drainage cover above, and comes out. As soon as she comes out, she sees a lot of people and notices that the government has sealed off the entire area ahead. At that moment, a woman takes off her jacket and puts it on Elena, and Elena blends in with the crowd. Some innocent people also lose their lives in this story. But the government was forced to take this step because if these people had mingled with others without the vaccine, the virus could have spread throughout the world. That's why the government had to take this action for the safety of the country's public. With this, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video.